What's up, guys? Hopefully you can see me okay. It's kind of dim in here. Sorry about that. I had to whip this thing around just so I could see if the audio might be working. I just had a really good time, I have to say. This entire month has been pretty insane. I'm in my studio, so hold on one sec. Let me turn on the lights. Yeah, there we go. Hi, guys. So, my original plan was to do a live stream from the actual barbecue while the barbecue was happening. So, we had this barbecue event here. We had, I can only imagine a little over like 100, between 120 to 150 people or so. And I gotta say, like, this entire month has been an insane whirlwind of activity. A lot of the guests that have come to the barbecue came from really far away, and so Rico right now is taking them out. They went over to his house. They're going to eat at a restaurant called Melt, and I'm not really feeling Melt. I need to take a little bit of a break. So, in my taking a break process, I figured I'd just go live today. I see some people in chat already. Hi, Becky. What is up, too, please? What's up? Hi, Tina, Nick. Good to see you again, too. Yeah, it's like everyone needs a break. Oh my gosh, guys. I have so many stories. I mean, it was a really good time. So I'll give you, and I know many of you are looking for like an update of the whole building situation. So I'll kind of give you like a quick walk around, starting with the upstairs. We got this new, it's kind of an industrial looking railing that looks a lot more polished. And this is actually cow fence. So it's an agricultural building technically, and now we have this agricultural element as a kind of a design piece. The upstairs here, you saw my studio, sorry for like the slow pan back. You saw the studio space. That's where all the YouTube magic happens. Over this way, this room here is new. It's going to be a storage closet, essentially. Well, not a storage closet. That's not right. It's more like it's more like a utility room. Kind of blocks off the air conditioner. And we're going to have our cooling system mounted on that wall right there. Oh, these pressure tanks are for the variable speed drive pumps for our RO system and the salt containers and stuff like that. We can take a peek down there as well. Bathroom. Our kitchen area that it's going to be kitchen break area one day. No plans to do anything anytime soon. I have so much other stuff going on, obviously. But the fridge works, and we use that. And obviously, you guys remember the greatest heating system I've ever seen. So let's take a quick look downstairs. So, like I said, this whole thing, like the barbecue itself went super well. I think a lot of people had a lot of fun, and real life is stranger than fiction sometimes, because check out what is right outside here. Can you guys see it? Yeah. My first shipment of aquariums arrived literally at noon when the event started. Literally at noon. And it was one of those situations where, like, ideally it would have showed up months ago. Ideally, then it would have showed up weeks ago. Then ideally, it would have shown up a few days before the barbecue. And then it would be nice if it showed up the day before the barbecue. When does it show up? It shows up when the barbecue starts. So yeah, you can't make this up. I felt like I was living in my own reality TV show where, you make up some kind of like dramatic tension and you have to all like freak out and be all stressed out and dump in 50 tanks before the client shows up, that sort of thing, right? No, that never happens. Reality TV is not real, but here we are. I have a big event going on at my place, the only really big event that I have here, at least for the reef aquarium hobby. And now is when the tanks are going to show up, right now. So luckily, there's a lot of people that were willing to help move these tanks. There's that, right? But yeah, I told everybody you are 100% not obligated to help me move tanks. I will call in for a professional crew later. The truck is going to stick around for a while, and you know how that's going to go, right? Here we're in a venue with a whole bunch of reef aquarists, a whole bunch of YouTubers, and they're all about getting that content. And as soon as like those doors opened up on that Penske truck, it's like everybody just completely gravitated to this truck and started to grab suction cups and whatever. So it's like, it was hilarious also because there's so many YouTubers here that like, there's guys putting their camera in the tank while it's getting pulled out. There's guys like putting their cameras on all different other things, trying to get like good shots. So it was almost as many people lifting the aquarium as there were people filming the aquarium. Simply nutty. But anyway, I will show you a little bit of what it looks like down here. It's empty, party's over. But here, if you have to like use your imagination, right? Here's where we had like all our raffle stuff. And when we did the raffle, I just put like the winners and everything like that right on the big screen so people can check the results later. They didn't have to like be there to claim the prizes or anything like that. We still have a few gift bags that we need to send out to some folks that had paid but couldn't make it. So yeah, this half of the building we still need to get tanks for. But I know that you guys are probably really curious about what is here, not what isn't here. So let's go. You guys have to come and get me, right? Lights are off? Yeah, lights are off. Did those last 3 winners get found? No, they didn't. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to give stuff away, and people aren't helping me out. Like somebody won a UV sterilizer and didn't come get it. So I don't know, whatever. To each their own. Okay, turn the tanning booth back on. Let me see if I can get all the stuff turned on while using one hand. Okay. Grab. Oh. I'm supposed to be relaxing, guys. You're messing up my relax time. Okay, so these are the Reef Savvy tanks if you guys didn't already know. I just started reading chat. Okay. You will see me fall off this ladder in no time, don't worry. Huh, that's interesting. Maybe that's not the one I'm supposed to hit the power button for. Sorry guys, bear with me. So speaking of all this lighting, I had some guests come over early. Oh, bright light, bright light. And what was completely insane was that they just all started grabbing ladders and started to do like all this electrical installation. This one ain't it. It's this one. Yeah, actually, oh, that's not good. They just blew a breaker. Move that guy off. There's some squirrely electrical going on here. We need to take a look at that because my not exactly genius electricians might have done some like truly messed up stuff here. So I need to kind of like double check their work as we go. Okay, that's on. And that just leaves this guy. Yeah, it's bright. Okay. All right, let me see what might be up with so it's these 4 aquariums that we got. Oh, I guess I could turn on the lights over here, so one sec, guys. I'm getting like a workout here. What the heck? This was not part of the deal. I was all relaxed starting out, and I'm like moving a ladder all over the place. Eh. Okay. All right, let's see. Clack. Okay. I have a feeling that that is interesting. Okay, let me check on one thing, because I think, you remember when I said my goofy electricians did something goofy? All of these things that they're plugged in to should be independent 20 amp breakers. And they are definitely not. Oops. Sorry about that. There we go. So, when the time comes, I need to call in I'll call them my freaking adults that can actually do good work, and we will go over all of our little electrical things. Because, like I said, each bank of these things really should be on their own breaker. And the fact that they're kind of not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. So this guy here, I think I left his switch off. And I'm curious if I try to turn it on, if it's gonna hit the breaker. Let's try one more time. All right, amateur hour, it's still in effect. Okay. Well, all right, it's working for a sec here. And we have we hung, I don't know, 60 fixtures. So every now and again, you'll have like one guy that doesn't make it. So he might have to go back. But here, let's get you a better look at all these guys here. But yeah, check that out. Got my little Tron Legacy looking shot from down here. So what do you guys think? Not bad considering I had zero expectation to even have these lights wired up. But like I said, like Jayo Nation, you saw him in chat briefly. He, my gosh, I mean, he just like stayed up all night, just doing all this work. And it's like, so, like, I mean, thank you, dude. Again, none of my guests are obligated to do work here while, I'm like being a host. But yeah, I could not stop people from like just jumping in full force. The secondary banks of light here, we haven't wired in, or not plugged in. They're wired up but not plugged in. I need to do an electrical audit. Like, see those things up in the ceiling? Each of those are supposed to be independent 20 amp breakers. They are not. They are not. But believe it or not, that is not the worst thing that those electricians did when they were here. Yeah, but check out these tanks. What do you think? What do you guys think? Felix from Reef Savvy, he drove all night to get these things to us. The bulkhead holes down the middle are for closed loops that we're going to be doing. It's all 3/4 inch, ultra clear. And we have the coast to coast style overflow box. Now, this tank here is not going to be situated this way. Its coast to coast, which is way back there, is going to be right here. So these two tanks will be kind of like a back-to-back overflows right here. And then it'll essentially be a double peninsula going in both directions. So imagine that is going to be black, and this side here is going to be clear. These tanks are, so I see you, Tom Reefman. So these tanks are 300 gallons. They measure 10.5 feet long by 3 feet wide by 20, no, what am I talking about? 15 inches tall. They're pretty short frag systems, and they're Euro braced. A lot of what Reef Savvy likes to do is not Euro braced stuff, but rather they like to go with just like zero, not zero edge. What am I, guys? What word am I thinking here? Not Euro braced, rimless. And I kind of insisted on Euro bracing, not so much for like the heavy dutiness of it, but the way that we do a lot of work here, we set a lot of stuff on the rims of tanks. So we kind of have to have that. Some people like the look more of a rimless, but for us, the utility of having Euro brace is just so overwhelmingly positive. And it doesn't hurt that it is structural. I mean, check out how thick this side is. I mean, there's like this big piece of glass here protecting the seam. Those are the armored corners on these tanks. But yeah, guys, what you think? I don't know when I'm going to be able to get these things plumbed up. My plumber was here. He helped unload the tanks, actually. And so he's going to get a crew of guys to come in here and do a little bit of work on Monday. And as far as the plumbing work, to get them all the drain lines in and all the return lines in to this sump. This is an acrylic sump that was made by Aquatica. So those glass tanks were made by Reef Savvy. Aquatica is a local place here that does a lot of acrylic work. And so he's doing some projects for me. Yeah, see you later, Jayo Nation. Hopefully I'm not like too tired tonight to go out with you guys. So those guys are going to be, they're having dinner right now, and then they're going to possibly go to Cleveland, have a night out, and I might join them. But I thought that it would be nice to give you like a rundown of this. So this event was really a lot of fun. There's a lot of people here, and there's a lot of like donors, the companies that had really helped out. So I have to say like a quick thank you to like some of them that I can like remember off the top of my head. So let's see, there's Brightwell, there was Cherry Corals, Zoanthus.com, Omega C. And I'm gonna absolutely butcher it because there's so many to list. Reef Nutrition, Coral Frenzy, Polyp Lab. Aquatica, they donated a bunch of stuff. I donated a bunch of my stuff. Reef Shine guys. I'm drawing a blank. I'm having trouble figuring out if this is a vision of heaven or hell. It's a little bit of both, I'd say. Refrax, yeah, there you go. Thanks, Nick. Yeah, there's a lot of sponsors, and a lot of people delivered some stuff like last minute too, not just the tanks, but just like last minute in general. And so I didn't even have any conversations with them, so unfortunately I don't remember all the different companies. But thank you all so much. I think everyone had a pretty good time here. GMX86, good night, guys. 2 a.m. here in Italy. Gotta go to sleep. Good night, good night. Hey, I feel you. I could definitely handle some sleep. This whole month has been insane. Like, you guys don't know, but this barbecue is like the capstone to an insanely busy month. It's the fourth entertaining event that I've done here this month. And on top of that, it's the biggest entertaining event. And on top of that is when a huge delivery of my tanks shows up. So it's been a wild, wild ride. Farmed frag, so nice. So the wheels roll, yes. These rolling casters, they have an extendable foot even, so you can anchor them down. They're solid aluminum and have absolutely no problem carrying this weight, like zero. They have paid for themselves 10 times over already because we've moved these stands around all over this building for maintenance, to do just to like, you know, see the floor plan, you know, like just imagining different ways to do the, you know, the layouts and everything, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, they've definitely been worth their weight in gold. Well, yeah, guys. So I'm sorry, like I kind of missed a lot of chat so far, but you know, okay. So I'm kind of new to YouTube Live on the phone, and I'm kind of like figuring. All right, live chat. There we go. All right. Etched concrete looks nice too. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. We are scuffing the heck out of it though. Like right now. I have to say that like just moving all the stuff back and forth, there's like all these like scuffs, but the scuffs are in the, what you call it? It's in the wax layer that I put down, and that'll all like buff up nicely. Oh man, I screwed that up. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. All right, just checking. Oh, Fritz, thank you, Fritz. Yeah, okay, so this is what's crazy. Like, I can't even believe I forgot Fritz because so Fritz wanted to be supportive and send a representative, but their local guy had like a family event conflict, right? And the person that they ended up having to send was their West Coast rep. And so I don't know if you guys know Wendy from Fritz Aquatics, but Wendy does not live in the US. Wendy lives in Vancouver, Canada. And if you know where I am and you know where Vancouver is, they're not that close. So that poor girl had to fly in from Vancouver, and I think she's out to dinner with all the other guys that, you know, went to Rico's house and everything like that. But I mean, that poor thing is just probably jet lagged to all hell. And I don't know, we might all go out tonight. But yes, Fritz, can't forget them. All right, I think I'm gonna actually try to get some rest, and I know that some folks are possibly gonna be coming and picking me up and dragging me out to Cleveland. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoy your evening, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.